Yeah, let's get it by boy One Wolf 101. About to give you this 2 SKO Darius combo guide. It's not a character guide, it's a guide already. If you want to check that out, once again, I apologize for the audio if y'all could not hear me clearly. Same thing with the live video. You'll see I've been making up for it with the consistent content and good mic quality. So yeah, this is to make up for that. So I'm gonna do it. Same thing for Illaoi. When it comes to combos, what's important for her. I'm gonna do this right now for Darius to add on to their guys that may have not sounded how I should have sounded for y'all, and I apologize for that. But here we go. So Darius, how's that? I got a lot of views in that video, so that's why I didn't take it down. But he's a good beginner character, good to start with it. Start with it, get you in the flow of the game, but he's not the best. I think he's probably the worst character in the game currently, if I'm being for real. So much I stopped playing him. Still fun, still playing him on the side, but yeah, but he has good stuff about him. Like I said, everybody in the game is viable. But when it comes to tiers, he's probably at the bottom, in my opinion. That's good. He's still a good character to get you into the game, help you learn, and if you want to get off of him later, you know what I'm saying, you can do that. So yes. Now this is a combo guide. I'm not gonna put notations and stuff in like the description and stuff, but what I will put in the description is what move I'm covering, so get the timestamps. And then, like I said, the moves of this game are simple. I shouldn't have to explain it to you. It's light, medium, heavy, crouching all those buttons. The special one, special two, crouch special one. I'll say a couple of moves when I'm talking about them, but yeah. But we'll talk about this all. If you're gonna play Darius, you need to find somebody that gives him certain stuff. So what are the key moves for him? Key moves: overhead, his grab, special 2-2, forward special 2-2, his sweep, special 1, and then also which routes should you go for. Also the difference between this super and the headless super. Which one should you go for and when should you go for either one? Okay. Okay, now first one you should start with is which routes to go for. Okay, now various combos and routes is all preference. There's different ways you can do it. Let's just start off with each combo. I'm just gonna start off with medium, heavy, and then we'll go from there. So, like, there's 3 different variations of this route. You can do one with the launch to jump in S1. You can do one with the grounded S1, which is the grab, where you headbutt them, or you can just do a normal, re-jump stop. So let's start off with the jumping hook one. So this is something you can do. But something about that combo is if there's too much hit stun, add too many hits, it'll pop out. So let's cut it short. Take out one medium. You can super at the end, okay? Around 600 even. Okay, remember I started off with medium heavies. So that's 600 flat. Alright, let's try the second round. Let's try with the crouching of that. Let's try that. Okay, how much will this do? At 629. I did more damage. Why? Because I'm able to get more buttons into the thing. When you're using this, it is, you know what I'm saying? It's whatchamacall. When using this, it's finicky with hit stun. We're gonna talk about the throw comp. We're gonna talk about his air throw and throw at the same time. So yeah, he can get like a baby combo off the air throw. Some people can't, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I don't like doing this. It's like doing the raw off of like a fake, jumping. That's that time my guy. You know what I'm saying? So if you do that raw, then you can go from there. Falling heavy. Hold up. You go from there, and the combo will be done with it. But yeah, so when it comes to if you actually landing the hit or a punish, I wouldn't go for that. Now, I just said I did launch into that, bring them down. Like I said, the combos are pretty much the same. So that's if you launch them, bring them down. Same thing like anti-air. Now I don't like doing crouching 2H into that because sometimes I used to do it with him, but I stopped doing it. So let's just put her on the jump. Ooh. That doesn't hit all the time. See right here, it's gonna win because you launched them too high. So just be careful with that. Cause, if you anti-air, you can do something like that, and then that's a good anti-air combo. So that's when you want to use something like this. But so you can't go that. But if you space it out, you know, then you can do it. Or late crouching, you know. So it's just all about spacing and timing with Darius. Like I said, he's easy, but he has some you know, some stuff about him too that, you know, advanced stuff or something to think about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Anyways, back to the routes now. So I showed you jump in special one, and then I showed you crouching. Now another route you can go for is the grounded S1 hook. It's over. So let's do something like this. So medium heavy. And this time I do forward heavy to slightly launch them up. Then hook grab them, press light to do the headbutt. Alright, now this is what I'm gonna finish it. Now I just want to show you the beginning. We're gonna do simple stuff like I just did. Okay, 601, so that still did more than that one, but it did less than this one. So 601. So 600 the first one, 629 second, 601 third. Another route where you don't launch them, but you end with another one. But this time, instead of that, you do a commando. So let's try it this time. And command throw, slap, super. 600 flat again. Okay, so as you can see, the most damaging route will be this one, which is not really hard to get sometimes. You know what I'm saying? This is a good route to always go for. Now I know I've seen one of the pro players, Super Noon. He usually goes for the headbutt routes, then side switches, and goes from there, this and that. But you're not missing too much damage. What's important with Darius is positioning. That's where we'll go right to the next part, which supers to end in. Like I said, find your route that's more comfortable for you. And what's the difference between headless and other super? This super does more damage and it puts bleed on them instantly. This super is OTG and side switches. So most of the time, the enders like this, you can't do this super. You can do level 3, and you can do this level 1. Also, it switches sides, so doing a combo, like I said, depends on your route. Like, oh, I freaking, whatchamacallit, my back's to the corner. What route should I go for? Well, let's see. Put the bleed on. I messed up. Like this. Bleed. Then I do the super. And now they're in the corner. And even if they roll, you know, you can catch them. So that's why I like Darius, because his positioning, he always can pick where he puts them. If he's back to the corner, he can put you in the corner. But Darius, always try to get headless super. That's the go-to. Sometimes you can't always go for that because it's not an OTG, so you have to be at the right timing on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only difference of, you know what I'm saying. Always end your combo. If you want to put them in the corner, always send that bar. Don't be greedy. But he gets a lot of rewards when he puts them in the corner. So don't forget that. So that's the only difference between special 2 super and special 1 super. To spend them either, put them in the corner. But if you can't get special 2 super, congratulations. Yeah. Okay, now next part. This is important with Darius. Now I'm not going to go through the whole cast of characters that can give combos, but what's important with Darius is overhead combo. Now Darius can cancel his overhead with the super, so sometimes if you're solo or your sister's on cooldown, it's good to just go straight to headless. But if you have an assist, it gets you a full combo. Well, then that's even better. Overhead is really important with him because he has a good crouch medium low, and he also has a third low, but they really have to guess. Okay, so make sure you find your assists. Like I said, I might put a couple different, because the overhead is really simple. Just overhead and assist. Now his throw combo, I might show a different couple examples for the throw combos, because those can be tight depending on which character. So we'll talk about that soon. But yeah, overhead, that's all. You just want a good reward off the overhead and what's your routes. I'm gonna put the overhead for me with my team, showing you live. That's my example. I do a forward, call regular loud. I do forward heavy, scoop them down, and I just go for the full thing. So it's even better if I'm in the corner. That's even better because I have the tentacle active. Spawn it, I can bring it to Illaoi, and I go press super, etc., etc. So it's all about your team. Like I said, I love Illaoi with him. She's a really good support for a lot of characters, especially him to get some good extenders. And you see check out my Twitter. You're gonna see some devastating stuff. So yeah, that's just the overage. That's nothing crazy to talk about. Now, what we need to talk about is just throw. Let's talk about his grabs now. His grabs, he gets is good in the corner and mid screen. In the corner, he gets combo by himself, medium heavy launch. You don't get too much because it's a throw, so it'll pop out earlier. So that's a nice. But most people don't get full combo off of forward throws. The fact that he can do a mid screen in the corner solo, oh, that's amazing. Now mid screen by himself, he don't really get much. He can do like that's a fireball super. That's okay, you know. Put the bleed on him, OTG, good damage. But what if we get more than that? Now if you see my guide and stuff or my Twitter videos, you know I could do more of my team and. I have two different ways to end that. I could do this. I can slam them down, limit strike. If you limit strike, you get more meter, etc. But if I just want to end with a normal knockdown, that's why I love Illaoi with him, because I can just do that. I can super. Now I'm taking him out the corner, unfortunately, but I mean sometimes it's what's damage. You know what I'm saying? Almost 600 off of a throw. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah. I'm gonna show a couple examples of who I think everybody can, but who gives him what off of his mid-screen throw. Corner is the same, solo, but mid-screen I'm gonna show a couple examples of each character. I got you. I'll put that in the video. Say less. So yeah, that's just a form of this throw. That's my favorite is Illaoi.
Make way. Engage. Bend or break. Make way. Engage. No order. Make way. Engage. Full. Engage. Full. Enter
together. Next thing for key moves, you know, for doing combos with him is special 2-2. I might talk to y'all. Special 2-2. Now, if you hit special 2-2 close, doesn't do nothing special. But at the tip of the range, you get the bleed on them. So sometimes with Darius, his combos can be finicky. So like, I didn't mention this, but when you do like his crossover, you can't do crouch heavy. That's not gonna work. So sometimes you gotta do medium. I like a crossing medium forward heavy. Forward heavy is really important for him. So medium forward heavy, and that's when we start adding the hook. Sometimes stuff is too far to go for crouch heavy. So crouch heavy is not always your go-to if you're on the ground already. But if you're crossing up, or too far, or off of raw S4, which we'll talk about later, then you'll see what I'm talking about when it comes to crouching heavy and stuff. Okay, boom, back to special 2-2. So sometimes you get tip range. If I hit him with a like I was saying, I'm whip punishing them, playing a good footsies, I just stand heavy. Special 2-2 solo, I just go in the headless. Almost 455, almost 500, not bad. But you can get more with you have the right team. So I can team, I'll allow it right there. But if you do it too late, this is gonna happen. Just it's gonna whiff and then etc. So the minute they come out, I go up. That's my combo. So that's almost 500. 0 super used, and they have the bleed on them too, which means extra chip, more damage. So yes, that's really good. But yeah, make sure you have a team that you get good stuff off of. Like I said, you can't always launch them, so sometimes you just gotta do your pole hits, get your combo, dash up, and that's still, like I said, I can super right now. There's gonna be some good damage. Now double down, 700. That's not bad off of max range stuff. So yeah, that's just special 2-2. Now forward special 2-2 is the next one. Okay, let's talk about it. Forward special 2-2. It's this move right here. Now he can do forward special 2 into the blitz, same thing. So same thing will apply, obviously. But if you just do the special 2 enter, not safe, you can pick it up with certain cat. I think everybody can pick it up, mostly. So there's a small gap before they land. As you can see, so you can bring them down and go from there. Before they splat, cause on the once they hit the floor, it's right there on the floor. So you can do like his OTG super. You see, headless won't work because they're on the floor. So, but this super will work. It is a knockdown, so that's why you have to call assist right before the last hit if you want to pick it up. I would be headless and my team, and I can tag. You know, you see my combo. If not, go to my Twitter, please. Yeah. 4 special 2 sometimes, because sometimes 4 special 2/2 is good for block pressure. You know, you can call an assist and learn that and set up some good stuff. Like all on my Twitter, you want examples. But yeah, that was 4, and then at least to some of his most devastating combos too, which hits really hard. I already posted on Twitter, but I'm gonna show you live example right now. This is just a bonus clip right here, so we'll call it bonus corner combo. There we go. So this is with my team. So off of like a hit, I could do. Okay, and I can do a tag or I can super. Do I want to do? But also, I can do a different route, which is right here. And at the end, I can tag, blah blah blah. My bread and butter. 80% on anybody, and 1 bar from each character. Nice. All because I can end with this. I call my assist right before the end. So let's run to your team and see who can give him one of those 2/2 enders. Like I said, I will show you the grab combos with every character, but I'm not about to show you the the other stuff. So yes. Okay, the next thing I was supporting, I already covered the overhead, the throw, special 2/2, 4 special 2/2. Now one of his best long range buttons is sweep, aka 3H on numbers or down forward heavy. That is his long range button. Now what he cannot cancel this on block, remember that. But he cancels on hit. So from the very tip range, he can do forward 2 and special 2. I mean, yeah, special 2 after it, but the second hit's gonna whiff. So what should you go for if you're at max? Because up close, easy. So, but you're at the tip range, just do fireball, and then at the right assist, boom, combo. I'm saying just see who picks up after the sweep, and it's a knockdown, so you can do sweep twice, but not if you do it twice, they're gonna roll or whatever. So just find out. Like I said, it's kind of like the throw thing, just find who helps that tip range. Like I said, up close, same thing. Just keep it simple, be done with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the sweep. Like I said, sometimes max range stuff, you need to just push a 2/2, call an assist, don't feel bad, and keep it going. Now, last but not least, special 1, hook throw. He has a mix up. It's either put bleed on him, or you press heavy to throw him. The only thing you do off of heavy is a super OTG, level 1 or level 3. What? If you have certain characters and teams, I could set it up later for a full combo. So I got hook throw him into this. Now, if you can set it up right, I do that a lot. So if people forget, put the tentacle on them, and then I go for a cheeky throw. But I hit people with the most with is so people like to jump out of the grab, hit them with the overhead. Now it's parryable. One thing about Darius is not like I said the guy. He's a very parryable character. This, you do any button to this, parry. This overhead, parry. So if you need to bait parry, that's what fireballs is for. That's what charge heavies is for. You know what I'm saying? So, and also it's good to call assist. If you want to call an assist, if you want to go into hook grab, so there's no gap. So there's no gap, exactly no gap, and you can keep it gapless and go for the mix. Like I said, either overhead, you can do nothing, wait, you can delay it, go for a low, or go. And then also you just say F it. I'm just gonna put bleed on you. Even if you block, get hit, doesn't matter. Just slap them real quick to bleed. But anyway, we'll talk about when you hit the overhead. What can you do? Nah, you can't go for a full combo. You have to do it's a little tight. So you do a little micro dash. Let's see. I'm saying you can dash up and even get the crouch heavy. Now that's a little tight now, so as a beginner, you know, you might not even, it might not feel good to you. So even somebody who plays a character a lot, see, I whiff right there. I wouldn't go for this. Might be my go to come up if I hit raw over. That's what I would do. I would do dash. Something like this. That should be like 600 plus. 611. So that would be my go-to combo for raw headbutt. Just do easy. Just do a dash after you hit the headbutt. Just dash up, forward heavy, hook again. Do your ground series, hook again, and then boom. If you want to save the meter or gain some meter, do a limit strike to get the more meter, or you can do grab, side switch them, or bleed, same thing. So yeah, so it depends on your positioning. So like I said, if I do this, nah, that doesn't work. That'd be juggle if I have to work with each other. So that's gonna switch sides. Take him out the corner and put bleed on him. But if I want to keep him in the corner, take him out the corner and I put him back with the super. So it's all about positioning, you know what I'm saying? So that's really important. That's how you can do. So even in the corner, you get the big damage too. By the way, that's like his best corner combo. The corner combo I showed you earlier, that's his best starter. Is raw headbutt. So they go from there. So if you hit it in the corner, you hit the headbutt in the corner, full combo, normal corner combo. But if you're mid screen, that's important to keep it simple. I don't know what something goes for, but me personally, I just keep it simple and dash forward heavy. Keep it simple. I like to do dash forward heavy, hook, etc., etc., etc. So yeah. But if you think you got those, you want to dash up and, you know, do the crouch heavy and, you know what I'm saying? You got those? Hey, respect to you. You got those like that? Hey, you got those. You deserve it, 'cause I think that's more damage too. Yeah, slightly, but yeah, I go for consistency. I don't always have to squeeze out that little extra 15, 10 damage. So yeah. Okay, so make sure I cut everything. Talk about the overhead, your assist, your throw. We're going to show a couple examples of lots of cameos, not MK. Assist, just a 2-2. Fourth was a 2-2, sweep. The hook, throw, overhead, mid screen, corner, just regular combo. And which route you should go for. I showed you that in the beginning. Also, which supers to end in. So I don't know how long this video is. If you need the info, I said I have the timestamp to bounce around. Doing that now. Hope you appreciate that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Like I said, there's some simple, but just a couple pointers to help you be more efficient with him. So yeah, y'all. That's about it. Like I said, I'll show you a couple examples of the grab combos mid screen with different assists. Hope y'all gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna have to edit and pick each one, but yeah. That's it, y'all. It's your boy Mobile 10. I'm out this thing. Y'all like, subscribe, you know, back to the consistent content. Hit me up on the Twitch, man. We've been streaming too. Now, just see my challenge runs on Twitch, and I put it on YouTube. That's lengthy video. Go check it out. I got some good matches in there, man. But yeah, that's it, man. Just hope y'all get this 500 subscribers, man. So I get some money from this. I need it. But yeah, I need to do dang PC too. But yeah, I hope y'all appreciate the grind, man. Show some love. Hit that like, smash the like button. That people will say. And subscription for my Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. We'll be posting on there too again. Yeah, man. Yeah, at 2SKO and Marvel Tokon. We active. This game gonna hold me down to Tokon. I'm gonna play this game still. This game is fun. It got some flaws. We'll talk about that in the future. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm out of here. This is Holla.